I've often pondered what lies beyond the horizon. Such was the case on this tropical morning as I stood looking out to sea, lost in thought. I almost missed her, an enchanting maiden in this foreign land. I am, I hasten to add, a happily married man. But I am no poet, and my words could never do justice to this vision like a photograph could. You see, I have a discerning eye for beauty, and I have travelled the continents in search of capturing such beauty in its natural element. Now, as fate would have it, there she stood like a delicate flower before me. Beauty is something that exists within the moment, fleeting. Once missed, it is gone forever.
Excuse me? Would you like anything else?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Where did you get this photo? Does that belong to you?
Not exactly.
I have this photo.
You can't possibly have this photo.
I do. Seriously.
I followed her to a tea house the locals call a kopi tiam, where I observed her from a discreet distance, as unobtrusively as I could. The moment cannot be contrived. It must be spontaneous, natural. Thus, I studied her for several days, admiring her polite innocence, her grace, her smile, the intricately embroidered kabaya she wore. She sells an array of little sweetmeats or cakes called kue, quite unlike our British scones. Perhaps one would describe them more as puddings, a delicacy among the locals. My remaining weeks on the island quickly dwindled into mere days, and I feared I might not have enough time before my ship set sail back to England. In earnest, I set out to find a way of preserving this exotic beauty to share with my beloved wife back home.
That's my grandmother. Look.
Wow, that's your grandmother?
Yes.
Sit down. This is my granddad's journal from like 60 years ago. There's a whole chapter about your grandmother.
Wow.
Look at it. As my final days on the island drew closer, it became increasingly imperative that not another opportunity be squandered. But then, a click of the shutter, and by George, I'd got it. Excitedly, I hurried to get it developed. The final result was precisely as I had imagined. I had captured the very essence I had set out to. I had a copy made, which I happily gave to her. In retrospect, she probably thought it rather out of the ordinary, receiving a photograph from a peculiar man she didn't even know. I leave between the pages of this journal that very picture for future generations. Through the lens of my camera, I have captured sights that many could only dream of. But here, on this island called Penang, I have found something more. Only it's not something that can be told. It's something that you would need to experience for yourself.